It's been 1 year I'm here. It's been 1 year that I am in France. It's been 1 year that I spent in France. 1 year that I arrived. I arrived in September 22 and now we are in September 23. Wow. 12 months. 365 days. I don't know how many hours. I made a cake. I don't know why I made a cake. Anyway, let's talk about serious stuff. I arrived here that I knew nothing about France. It was a really strange country for me. Like another country. I never moved from my home. Never lived in another place it's not mine. Can you imagine in another world? Like another country for me it was like...
What?
I always like to speak loudly and inform people about my life. Since I was young. My life is really particular if you have to talk about moving and stuff. I always wanted to move since my first day of life. And I always like to discover new things. I always like to improve myself. To improve myself and discover new things, new stuff, new experiences in every field possible. To reach sports.
Devi frenare! Ma perché non hai frenato?
Che ne so, faccio più.
Singing.
E cappuccetto rosso? Cappuccetto rosso.
Vieni qua, il lupo si mangerà. E la ridovita,
like everything I can do, I will do it. Here you feel like the country gives to you possibilities and you have just to take it and do it. Thank you, Mrs. France. Studying here is like a totally different way of seeing it from my home country. Me and studying, me and school, we have also a particular relation.
Finivano anche i ricchi bottini. A quel punto diminuì anche l'agricoltura, ma no. Sì, la produzione agricola. Senza aumento delle epidemie come la crira. Che se
I always been an international person. I always felt like to be part of an international purpose. I always like to talk with international people. Here, the university is made by international people. If in a university there are 25 people, 60% is made by international ones. This is amazing. This is amazing for me. In my home country, there were not, in my home region, we can talk about region, there were not such a lot of international people. I always like it to record things since the beginning really of the lifetime. Every type of things, like every type of something, I would like to record it if it is like maybe a little interesting. Like it needs to be a little interesting to be filmed, but anything could be filmed for me.
Vai! Vai gente! Forza tutti insieme!
For my first year alone in another country, which is not mine, in which at the beginning I didn't talk the language. Maybe we can talk about the language. The language is fundamental. And I didn't talk French at the beginning. Like I used to study French for 8 years. 8 years. 8 years. It was hard. It was hard to listen to constitutional law in French, institutional administration, civil law, and all this stuff I never done before in my language. I have to do it in French. Anyway, let's hang out a bit. Let's talk about some French stereotypes. French people are rude. No, they're a little bit introvert instead of the rest of the world. Just have to open them by a key. You have to be a key. Every city in France is like Paris. Totally not. Most of the cities in France have rivers, have good architectural stuff, but they are not like Paris. Okay. I just remember in this very moment I have to study for the macroeconomics exam next week. I just finished the work. Basically I studied for 1,000 years and then I had to work, so I come here and I work. Now we are going to Tommaso's house, take some beer with some friends. Normal night. Normal. It's gonna be normal tonight.
È arrivato Giulio con la fotocamera! No! Stringimi forte, restami più vicino e chi non salta! Confusione, poi è
Stringimi forte.
Cazzo, Giulia, ma sei un fashion blog.
Non, c'est pas un blog.
Double.
C'est pas un vlog. Try to describe this soirée in English.
Okay, in English. So this night is very particular because we are a lot of Italian in a group of French people, and we are like singing DPG 777. This is a very famous group in Italy. Vado.
Vesuvio erutta.
Oh ragazzi.
People just want more and more.
Abbiamo spento per sbaglio perché lui è un coglione.
Ma sei tu la coglione. Violence!
Giulio, ma perché non mettiamo un bel tuo compatriota? Quello, barbiato. No, ma tu sei un finto siciliano.
Sono fintissimo.
Come Mauro Vezza? L'hai perso? Mauro.
Mauro, fra si è buttato dal balcone.
Ça a enregistré ou pas? Ça a enregistré? Tous les trucs d'avant?
Je sais pas.
Ok.
Mais c'est pour ça que t'as un accent différent. Ça, parce qu'en fait t'es canadienne.
Je suis pas canadienne.
T'es canadienne, c'est
non.
ça.
Si tu payes pas l'entrée, c'est un bon sec.
Good morning. I have to work in 20 minutes. For this video, I think it's all. And ciao.